We live in a generation that I don't even think really cares about relationships that much anymore. Like, I think it's like more of just like, man, we just gonna bang it out and we just gonna go get something to eat and that's how we gonna do things. I mean, we got like apps nowadays for every single thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, black people meet, Christian mingle. We got farmersonly.com, which I am 98% positive it's actually a code name for whitesonly.com. Imagine me creating a profile on farmersonly.com. My account would get banned the second I would confirm my email. And the ever so popular Tinder, which this 83-year-old woman uses to get some young, fresh meat.
I'm on Tinder to find young lovers. I'm comfortable not wearing underwear though. We'll meet for a drink. If it seems like it's going to be good, we'll go right up to my apartment.
How are you?
And we make love. My name is Hattie, and I'm 83 years old. I think I know more about males' genitalia than any doctor. Fascinating older beauty is seeking a steady, younger friend, lover for a shared life of adventure and passion. No pro-Trump and no players.
I love how one of the requirements for her is you can't be pro-Trump.
No pro-Trump and no players.
That's probably why she's into younger men, because every person in her age bracket definitely is a Trump supporter. Like, that's the requirement right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, your political choice. Like, listen, this dude could be a freaking serial killer for all we know, but he has a Bernie Sanders sticker on the back of his car. He's all right in my book. No players either, because, you know what I mean, it's like, yeah, man, you know what? I got plenty of hoes on deck. You know, I got this blonde chick, Teresa, over in Staten Island. I got this fine beauty over in Brooklyn called Brenda. And I got this little 83-year-old dime piece named Hattie. Yeah, her and I can go through a whole tube of being gay. She keeps her teeth in a glass.
Younger men, I mean, a while now, they get off on getting a woman off. Very different from when I was younger. Older men, a lot of their life's work has already been achieved. I love younger men because they're in the middle of an achievement, of a goal. There's the excitement of creating. This tall guy from Ecuador, he was attracted to me, so I said, okay, let's go. So we go to my apartment, and then after I say to him, by the way, how old are you? And he says, 19.
That's not a cougar anymore, gentlemen. That's a dinosaur. that is a fossil, a very sexy looking fossil. You know, I hate to be that guy. If we were to change the scenario, and this was an 83-year-old man talking about messing around with younger women. Yeah, you know, we see what happens, you know, when you know, we drink and we go up to my place. If a man said that, people would be like, oh my God, this dude is a freaking creep. And people would be like, yo, man, get this dude up out of the bar, man. And I'm not hating on her. I just find it hilarious. Not hilarious, but just interesting. This comment section is filled with people telling her, go ahead, girl, get you some. If a man did this, he probably would be on the news. She's very beautiful. She's a very beautiful woman. Very attractive. I mean, you could definitely tell she probably takes good care of herself. And you know what? Alright. Older people are probably the horniest people on the planet. Like the nursing home. When I visited the nursing home, I had plenty of friends who worked there, and they always told me that, like, they were the horniest people on the planet because, like, no one would take them seriously. No one would give them a chance. And so a lot of times, people in the nursing homes will be hooking up and smashing each other. Like a big old wrinkly orgy.
My husband and I, former husband, had a wonderful sex life. And when the children went off to college, a lot of the dynamics broke down. So we got divorced. And then he remarried. And I thought, and I'll remarry. And it didn't work that way. But I was horny. And I had a lot of dates and met a lot of men. But all the while, I was praying, this one's gonna go to bed with me and say, I want to be with you forever.
I feel like in certain moments, like, you know, with wanting to have someone to be with you forever, I think that only works as far as people who, you know, either A, already have kids, or B, are just not interested in having any kids whatsoever. I'll put myself in this scenario. Let's say that me and Hattie were to link up, we did our thing, and as a reward she took me to Cracker Barrel. Even if we did have a good connection, she's 83, I'm 24, which means that clearly I am going to outlive this woman. Clearly this woman is not physically capable to give me children in the event that I wanted one. So in all of this, she, for the most part, guys would probably see her as just, all right, let's smash. That's not counting the people who either A, don't want kids, or B, already have children of their own. I'm speaking more on behalf of, like, let's say if you're 33 years old and you still want kids. You know what I'm saying? But you date this 83-year-old woman on Tinder. Clearly, like, you know, like, you're not going to be with this person for the long haul. Like, if anything, it's probably going to be like a 1 or 2 month thing, maybe a week, maybe a one-night stand. I don't know.
I said, one man for my bed, one man for my everything.
This is actually one of my first experiences with an older woman such as Hattie. I would say this is a fantasy just because I haven't been too in tune with the older crowd and such. But yeah, I would consider it a fantasy.
This dude swipe fantasy. Man, no, that's not a fantasy. Winning the lottery, that's a fantasy. Having superpowers is a fantasy. This man is 3 months behind in his rent and he need a sugar mama. Yeah, man, I just have to hold out just for a couple of weeks, man. I can do this. Man gonna mess around and get himself a Rolex. I'm about to smash these expired yams. Get this car note paid off. Lately, like, when I'm thinking about me getting older, it's just like, well, dang, man, it's just like, you know, people, like, will just kind of try to push you off into the side and be like, yeah, you don't really belong here. Now, I will say this. I have been to the club on multiple occasions where I have seen dudes that are just as old as this woman walking around just like, oh yeah, you see that stallion, young blood? Bro, I'm surprised you could see at all. Like, what are you doing in this club, man? Like, I feel like you should be allowed to age gracefully as long as it's clearly not something that you're trying to, like, hold on to your youthfulness. So, like, for example, I know I'm gonna get old. I'm not gonna be no 60-year-old dude doing, like, I don't know, whatever the new thing the kids are doing. Like, imagine if Hattie, you know what I'm saying, was like, all right, that whole date with the 19-year-old. Imagine if she was with that 19-year-old and then she was just like, oh my goodness, this drink makes me just wanna, whoa. At that point, I'm not paying for this food. I'm sneaking out the bathroom. You gonna have to figure this one out. Life doesn't have to get boring just because you hit 50. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for all sorts of new videos. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on SoundCloud, all of that's in the links below. Notification Mafia, if you like what you see, go on down to that subscribe button and hit it for me 1 time, hit it for me 2 times, hit it for me 3 times. Let's go.